I was just pulled over for a BS ticket literally
What's that?
5 seconds ago.
Is that a monkey?
Yes.
You're in unlawful possession of a monkey in the state of Georgia, and I'm fixing to get DNR to come out here. So you can either answer them to me or you can answer them to DNR. It don't make no difference to me. And it's either that or go to jail for obstruction.
You didn't want to answer any of my questions. I don't want to answer yours. Just sit right there.
Where are you taking that monkey? Well, I got you on camera right on the bumper of that car. I was going to give you a warning, but if you want to...
Welcome back to the LackLuster channel. In October of 2024, Ray from the YouTube channel Thabo and Ray were driving across Georgia. Tabo is a monkey and was caged in the vehicle for the ride as the two traveled from North Carolina to Florida after hurricanes destroyed their region. While passing through Dooley County, Deputy Stephen Peavy pulled up alongside Ray's vehicle and peered inside. Seconds later, Peavy slowed down and got behind Ray to initiate a traffic stop.
South 111 with a Black Ford Expedition, Florida, David Zulu Whiskey. Wait, Florida.
Once stopped, Deputy Peavy approached Ray's vehicle from the passenger side.
How's it going? Just back off that tractor trailer, okay? You're way too close. You got your license on you?
Peavy notices the cages in the rear and begins asking questions.
Goodness, how many dogs you got? You got a dog?
I have a monkey.
Ray, while maintaining a polite demeanor, asserts his rights as an American, making it clear that he will not discuss anything beyond the scope of the stop. But instead of invoking a sense of patriotism in Peavy, Ray's decision to exercise these uniquely American rights seems to provoke him, and it's at this point that Peavy likely starts plotting ways to make Ray's life more difficult. This is the very tyranny our founding fathers warned us about.
Where are you taking that monkey? You taking it for somebody?
I'm sorry?
You taking it for somebody?
I'm just gonna anything to have to do outside the scope of the stop. I'm just gonna stick to that. Yeah.
Okay.
Any questions with that?
I was just out of curiosity. You ain't in no trouble.
Okay.
Unless you're doing something illegal.
No, I'm just anything outside the scope of the stop. That's the only thing I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's part of the scope of the stop, though.
I don't believe that I was too close.
Okay. Well, I got you on camera right on the bumper of that car.
Right.
Okay. But I was gonna give you a warning. But if you want to...
Peavy trails off in the middle of a sentence that began with, quote, "I was gonna give you a warning, but if you want to..." From his unfinished statement, it's reasonable to infer that Peavy was implying that he had the power to retaliate with a citation if Ray chose to exercise his rights as an American citizen. Peavy had initially stopped Ray for allegedly following a semi-truck too closely, but the dashcam footage from just before the stop clearly shows this wasn't the case, and the true motive behind pulling over Ray remains open to speculation.
I was gonna give you a warning, but if you want to... Okay. Well, I don't care what you believe. I got on camera that you were right too close. You got to give at least a couple of car lengths. You were less than a car length off the back of that tractor trailer.
Okay, well,
Okay.
respect your opinion, but I disagree.
Okay, it's not my opinion, it's a fact.
Alright, well, I disagree.
Okay, well, hang tight for me, okay? All right. Your license isn't legible.
Sorry?
Your license isn't legible.
Well, that's the license that I have is valid.
Okay, all right, hang tight for me.
As Peavy returns to his cruiser, it's clear that Ray's license is perfectly legible. Despite this, Peavy proceeds to issue a criminal citation for following too closely, a vague charge left open to officer discretion. The consequences for such can be severe, including 3 points on your record, a license suspension, and even a year in jail. Finally, after printing his citation, Peavy mutes his microphone and makes a phone call. Though the call only lasted 4 minutes, it unnecessarily prolonged the stop. However, it's not just the delay that's concerning. It's who Peavy may have called, and the possible reason behind it that makes this situation truly outrageous.
All right, sir. So citation for your traffic offense, you can take care of it online or through the mail, or you can go online, or you can come to court on November the 19th, okay? You be careful for me, okay? But you have a great day.
Ray continued down the highway, again making his way towards Florida. Within a couple minutes, he entered Turner County, where Deputy Justin Partain sat, pulled over on the edge of the highway. Deputy Partain finally sees Ray's vehicle and immediately initiates a traffic stop.
About it, man. You got your license, would you?
Why was I pulled over?
I'm gonna explain it to you. I get your driver's license.
Okay.
Mr. Feast, is it Feast or Face? How you say that?
Please, I was just pulled over for a BS ticket literally
What's that? Let me
5
see.
seconds ago.
What'd you get a ticket for?
Y'all are out here doing, you know.
Whoa. Nah,
No,
I can't
this
be
is
held
ridiculous.
accountable.
This was 5 minutes ago, and that's a BS ticket.
Okay. Well, I didn't write this, so don't take
I
it
know,
out
but
on
that's
me
fine.
now.
I'm not taking it out on you,
Okay.
but y'all are doing some crazy
Well,
police
you see, there you
tactics.
go with y'all again. I'm not Dooley County Sheriff's Office. I'm Turner County Sheriff's Office, okay?
Okay.
I'm Lieutenant Partain. I'm with the Sheriff's Office of Turner County. The reason I'm stopping you is following too close. You
No.
were following it semi too close that you were
There was
behind
no
me.
one in front of me. This
There was
literally,
some.
I'm literally thinking of this as I'm driving. I was driving. There's 2 cars. You guys are parked right there. The police officers. I move over and follow the move over law.
Right.
There's me not following anyone too
Okay,
close.
there was a yellow cab semi in front of you, and you were about 3 car lengths behind that semi. You're in a 70-mile-an-hour zone running 67 mile an hour, so you need to be at least 6.5 car lengths behind that vehicle to be in compliance with Georgia law. Okay, so you were following too closely.
Oddly enough, the second deputy was not only a lieutenant, but was also from another agency altogether, and pulled Ray over for the exact same reason as Deputy Peavy. But again, when reviewing the footage, this time not only was Ray not following too closely, he wasn't even in the same lane as the vehicle in front of him. Could this lieutenant be the person Peavy called during the first traffic stop just 5 minutes prior? We'll find out. But as Ray retrieves his documents for Lieutenant Partain, the deputy now pretends to realize that there's a monkey in the rear of the vehicle.
Is that a monkey?
Yes.
Do you have your paperwork to be transporting the monkey?
There's no paperwork required if I'm just traveling through the state.
Yes, sir. You got to have paperwork with you to transport a monkey.
That's not true.
Ray is correct. Georgia law allows for a person to transport exotic pets in the state. However, a permit is not required when the animal will not remain for longer than 24 hours, or be sold or transferred during that period.
Where'd you pick the monkey up at?
He belongs to me.
Oh, okay. So you just took him with you from Florida?
I'm not gonna answer any questions outside the scope of the stop.
Well, at this point, that is the scope of the stop, because now you're in unlawful possession of a monkey in the state of Georgia, and I'm fixing to get DNR to come out here. So you can either answer them to me or you can answer them to DNR. It don't make no difference to me.
Okay, you don't need a license for any type of permit for transport if you're going in and out of the state.
We'll see in just a second. Let me get a DNR range right here.
Okay.
You're not free to leave at this point. You're being detained.
Okay.
Oh yeah, look in the back.
Now returning to his cruiser, Lieutenant Partain makes a phone call to DNR Sergeant Greg Wade.
Oh yeah, it's a show enough monkey in a dog cage. He told me whenever I pulled him over that it's his monkey. He said that, I said, where's your documentation? He said, I don't need any documentation to transport a monkey because it's my monkey.
He said that you just hear what he said. I told him I don't need any documentation to transport a monkey because it's my monkey. I didn't even say that. Liar.
Okay. All right, bye.
The second stop and phone call was certainly rolled into action by Deputy Peavy. The cell phone reads Norman Park 6, Greg W. instead of researching the statutory language of the code he is attempting to enforce, which would have cleared up his suspicion of Ray's alleged offense of transporting a monkey. The lieutenant looks up pictures of monkeys instead, before receiving another phone call from Greg Wade.
Go ahead. Okay. All right. And so basically, yeah. So basically, if okay. All right. I'll let you know. Bye.
During that call, Ray is removed from his vehicle and backup deputy Robert Taft conducts an illegal Terry frisk, as Ray has posed no threat or sign of being armed or dangerous on either stop.
Hey, sir, if you don't mind, just step out and come back here for me, okay?
Okay. You want me to turn the car off?
It's up to you.
Okay.
You ain't got no weapons on you, do you?
No.
All right, just turn around. I'm just gonna pat
I don't
you down.
consent to a Terry frisk, just for the record. I don't consent you touching me.
Turn around.
Okay. The court ruled police can conduct limited search for weapons if they have a reasonable suspicion that the person is armed and dangerous, even if they lack probable cause for arrest. But reasonable suspicion that they are armed and dangerous. There is no reason to believe I am armed, and there is no reason to believe that I am dangerous. I've been nothing but respectful the whole time. They don't know how to do their jobs.
If you want, you can have a seat right there on that guardrail, sir. Where are you headed to?
I'm not going to answer any more questions because this is ridiculous at this point.
Okay. All right, I understand.
The lieutenant continues to look at monkeys until Deputy Taft approaches.
What's going on? Yeah. They don't have anybody that can come and deal with it right now, but I was told to take pictures of it. See, ask him again if he has any documentation to where he's supposed to be transporting that thing, and if he don't, take pictures of it, get all his information, and they will be in contact with him. So.
Answering questions.
Deputy Partain calls DNR Sergeant Greg Wade back to clarify something.
Hey, I forgot to tell you this, and I don't know if it matters, but he is from South Carolina in a rental vehicle going south. Okay, all right. Like I said, I didn't know if that held any leverage or if it mattered, but I was just going to mention that because he's not a Georgia. Huh? All right, thank you, brother. All right, bye. He does have to have a pass-through permit, and he is not allowed to stop for anything but gas and food.
The phone calls from Greg Wade appear to only have provided more false information that is not included in the Georgia Code, but it is now known that no DNR officers were available to respond to the scene.
Yeah, he started with
116, 1039, Viking County.
y'all this, y'all that, and I'm like, hold. Don't be putting me Don't be putting me in the same category as somebody else now.
Who's y'all?
Talking about law enforcement. Like we're yeah, Steven stopped him in Dooley and running for following too close.
That's what he was doing here.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him a written warning. I'm not gonna give him a citation, but I mean, still, don't put me in the same category as somebody else. You know, I didn't write you a ticket. Yeah, just hang out for a second. Because he's going to flip out when I tell him he's got to open that so I can get a picture of that monkey. And it's either that or go to jail for obstruction. What do you say?
Just sit over there. He'll be with you in just a second. Sit back over there for me. I understand. You didn't want to answer any of my questions. I don't want to answer yours. Just sit right there. Well, just sit right there for me. He'll be with you in just a second.
After being detained for nearly an hour, Deputy Partain finally prints a warning for Ray.
Hey, real quick, So, do you have a copy of your pass-through permit that you're supposed to have?
So the DNR told me that by Georgia law, I could just ask them for one and they would email it over, but I don't need it.
Okay,
That's
but
what
have they
told me.
emailed it to you?
They told me that I don't need it. They said that you don't need it if you're driving through. They
Okay.
told me if you're in and out of the state within 24 hours, you don't need it.
No, so that's not true. Let me explain to you what I was just told by Sergeant Greg Wade with Georgia Department of Natural Resources, DNR.
Can you write his name now? So I just want to clarify with the law or whatever.
Yeah, hold on. He consulted with his lieutenant. All right. I don't know the lieutenant's name, but he consulted with a lieutenant. The lieutenant said that you are correct on part of that. You can only be in the state for 24 hours.
It's like 24 or 48
Hold
or
on,
something.
let me finish
but I was
talking.
traveling through. I
can only
called and
be-
did my due diligence.
I understand that. I'm just relaying to you what I was told, so let me do mine, okay? So, you can only be in state for 24 hours. You can only stop for gas and food.
I know how this, man.
And you have to have your
And you're
permit.
writing me a ticket just for asking questions.
Does that say ticket on it?
Oh, warning. Okay.
Exactly. I'm not giving you a
I'm
ticket.
fuming over this because this guy, I appreciate it.
But I
And
didn't-
I have
but
no,
I didn't
I have
do
no
this.
problems with you guys.
I didn't do that. You
This
see what I'm
right
saying?
here, this right now, I gotta get his dash cam, and
Yeah.
now I gotta go back to this court date, and it's literally because I was not trailing behind no one. I have a perfect driving record.
I understand that.
This is absolutely ridiculous that he chose to do. And the only thing is, when an officer pulls me over, and you guys are trained to start asking all these trick questions and stuff, I just say, I'm just gonna answer what it pertains to the stop. And then some officers get offended by that, but I just want to just answer the questions and keep it going. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just traveling through.
Listen, you haven't offended me. You haven't offended me at all, you know, and I'm not trying to trick you by any means.
Yeah, and I apologize. He just wrote me this ticket because I was asking questions, and I'm just flabbergasted that I have to come back. But it's no big deal.
Well, like I said, that's Duluth County. This is Turner County. That's
Okay.
complete 2 county. I can't be held accountable
Okay.
for what somebody else did. Okay.
Okay.
Now, as far as the permit, do you have a copy of that you can produce and show me?
What do you mean, like a permit?
Your pass-through permit to travel with a monkey, to have a monkey.
So they told me that I don't have to have one by
But
Georgia
you said
law.
they were going to email you one, right?
No, they said that they can email one, but it's no need because you don't have to have one.
Okay. All right. Well,
So
that's.
you're telling me they told you that I have to have one?
Yes, sir. They told you whoever you spoke with is incorrect. You have to have a pass-through permit, and you can only be
and
within.
who did you speak to? Because I'd like to call him after.
Greg Wade, Greg.
1 second.
Okay.
Because I always check with each state.
Yeah.
Greg, WADE,
WADE. He's a sergeant with
And he's-
DNR.
Sergeant
Yep.
with the DNR.
That's right.
And do you know which office?
I don't know. DNR has their weird offices. I don't know which
And who-
office he's with.
And who else did you speak to?
I spoke to Greg Wade. He spoke to a lieutenant. Now, he didn't tell me which lieutenant,
Okay.
but he spoke to a lieutenant. And
Are you allowed to give me his phone number, or I have
no,
to get
sir,
it
I
from
can't
DNR?
give his. Yeah, I
Okay.
can't give his phone number out. They would get on to me if I did that, and I don't want to
Okay.
get in trouble. So, all right. Well, with that being said, I'm gonna need a phone number for you
Okay.
because they're gonna have to contact you about that.
Okay.
I also need to get a picture of the monkey.
Deputy Partain now takes pictures of the monkey, and before leaving, Ray asks some clarifying questions about the traffic
And
stop.
just in regard to this stop, so you believe that you seen me too close driving past a truck?
Yes. All right. Now let me explain that to you real quick, okay? Because the other deputy, he might not have explained it very well. So let me explain
Out
it
of
to you.
curiosity, because if I did do it, as far as just my recollection, never had tickets. I drive like a lot. The first ticket I got, in my mind, there's no way that I was behind a truck like that. I feel like he just got behind me
Right.
and pulled me over for no reason.
Yeah.
And one of the things that also stood out to me, like I'm driving, he pulled up to the side of me
Yep.
and then come behind me and pull me over. So as to my recollection, I just feel like, am I this stupid and I didn't know that I was going too close to a truck, which I don't feel like it. So I'm going to request all the dash cams just for look for myself, because I'm like, am I driving around and I'm just really not paying attention? Because I feel like I'm a self-aware person that I wouldn't be doing it, because I just got stopped 2 times for this and I'm just like, am I crazy?
Well, and see there.
Because I just am like, yeah, I'm just blown away. I got stopped
Yeah.
twice for this.
Well, the problem is there's different interpretations of what that means, what following too close means. So basically, it's 1 car length per 10 miles an hour.
Okay.
So let's say if you're right here on this road and you're in a 35-mile-an-hour zone, you need to at least be 3.5 car lengths behind the vehicle in front of you. That just gives you adequate enough stopping distance.
So you were in this car?
Yeah, this right here.
Oh, so they relayed it to you, so you don't even know.
No, he was just coming south. I seen
You were in this car?
Yeah.
Oh, so he relayed the information to you, so you weren't even there when the two cars were there. So I'm gonna have to get his dash cam, Officer Taft.
You didn't get a ticket.
I know, but I just want to look. I just want to look. So he's Officer Taft with his office.
He's Sergeant Taft.
Sergeant
I'm
Taft.
Lieutenant Partain.
Okay, so you didn't even
Yes, I did.
witness it yourself.
Yes, I did.
You were parked up here.
I did. Yes, I was. I was parked under the bridge right there, and there was a semi in front of you.
So they didn't initiate a stop. He was just following behind coincidentally.
He
and
was
then
going
you
south to come where I was.
And then you witnessed it.
And I seen you when I looked in the rearview mirror and seen him coming because he was fixing to pull up next to me. I seen you following the semi too close. See, look, see that silver car? Now see that truck behind him?
Yeah.
See they're following too close? Let me point out another one to you and I'll show you. Because like I said, this is a 70-mile-an-hour zone, so you got to be at least 7 car lengths.
Will your dash cam see it? Probably not. Okay, I'll just get the other guy.
Probably not. And the reason I say that is because...
So you don't even think his would see it?
Who's that?
The guy who wrote the other ticket.
It should. If he got up next to you and stuff like that, it should. But see how that boat right there? See how close they are?
You're not supposed to be that close?
Nope, because that's not 7 car lengths.
Okay.
So it's a very, very, very wide distance.
Okay.
So it's just keep that in mind. Like I say, let's say if you was in a 55-mile-an-hour zone, it's 5.5 car lengths. Does that make sense? I just want to make sure you got a clear understanding. That way you don't run into that problem again.
Okay, yeah.
You run into it twice today.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that you was clear on that so you didn't have that problem.
So if you 60, 70 miles zone, you got to be 7 car lengths.
Yep.
And it's specifically for a semi.
No. That's any car. Like any
So everybody's violating it basically. I would like half the people violating this law right now basically.
Yeah, you see that right there? They're doing it too.
And I know y'all don't make the laws or whatever.
We don't. We just enforce them. Like I said, it don't mean that you get a ticket. It just means we stop you and make you, aware of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. If you could have the guy call me.
I'll call him and tell him that you requested a phone call, and I'll see if he can get in contact with you.
Okay, I appreciate it. Yeah, but I know you don't make the laws.
I don't.
It's like that's a weird one, bro.
Yep. It happens, man.
Yeah.
Hey, it's what makes the world go round.
Yeah.
You be careful, okay?
At the time of publication, Ray is still facing charges from the first stop with Peavy, and as it turns out, Peavy's father is the sheriff of the county he was charged in. Deputy Peavy's dad, Sheriff Peavy, happens to be friends with the judge hearing over his case, Judge Rooney Bowen III, and despite a lack of evidence, the prosecutor has not yet dropped the case. I'll be following up with Ray, hoping for a positive outcome on this one. And if I hear anything, I'll be sure to let you know. But head over to Ray's channel for the most up-to-date information. And if you stop by, let him know I sent you. And if you have a story, you can submit it using my links below, even anonymously. And if you like this video, check out another episode, linked on screen.